In this video, I'll guide you through how to configure MX, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records for a domain that's using Cloudflare. By the end, you'll have the essential DNS settings in place so your email can be delivered reliably and pass basic security checks. Let's start inside your Cloudflare dashboard. Once you're logged in and you've selected the correct website or domain, go to the DNS section, then open the Records tab. This is where all of your existing DNS records live and where we'll add the email-related ones. First, we'll set up the MX record, which controls where your incoming email is delivered. In the DNS records view, click the Add Record button. For the type, choose MX. For the name, use the @ symbol, which usually represents your root domain. Then, in the mail server field, enter the value provided by your email host, for example, something like mxexamplemail.com. Next, set the priority exactly as your host specifies, such as 10 or another number they provide. If they give you multiple MX records, each may have a different priority. Finally, make sure the proxy status is set to DNS only, often shown as a gray cloud in Cloudflare. Email traffic cannot be proxied through Cloudflare's orange cloud, so this setting is important. Save the record and your MX is done. Next, we'll configure SPF, which tells the internet which servers are allowed to send email on behalf of your domain. Still in the DNS records screen, click Add Record again. This time, choose TXT as the type. For the name, again use the @ symbol so the record applies to your root domain. In the content field, paste the SPF string provided by your email provider. A common example looks like vSPF1 include spf.google.com/all, but yours may be different and you should always use the exact value your provider gives you. One important rule with SPF is that you should only have one SPF record for a domain. If you use multiple email services, you need to combine their SPF mechanisms into a single record instead of adding multiple separate SPF TXT records. Having more than one SPF record can cause validation to fail. Once the content is correct, save the TXT record. Now let's add DKIM, which is used to cryptographically sign your outgoing messages so recipients can verify they were really sent from your domain. Again, choose Add Record and select TXT as the type. For the name, you'll use the selector provided by your email host, followed by our domain key. For example, it might look like Google.bat's domain key or something similar. Your provider will specify this exactly. In the content field, paste the full DKIM key string they give you. It's usually a long value that starts with vsdkm1 krsa p8 followed by a long key. As with MX, set the proxy status to DNS only so Cloudflare does not proxy this record. Save the record when you're done. Finally, let's add an optional but highly recommended DMARC record, which helps you monitor and eventually enforce how your emails are handled if they fail authentication. Add another TXT record. For the name, enter DMARC. For the content, you can start with a basic monitoring policy like vDMARC1p none. This tells receiving servers to check DMARC, but not to reject or quarantine messages yet. Later, you can expand this with reporting addresses and stricter policies as you get more comfortable. Once all these records are saved, give DNS some time to propagate. With MX, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC in place, your email setup on a Cloudflare managed domain will be much more reliable and secure.